We just did a video on having a safer sex elevator speech with a new date. But if you've been in a relationship for a while, it may feel really awkward to bring it up. You've already been sleeping together, you're already together, you're like, if I bring it up, they might think I don't trust them. There's all kinds of fears that can come up. So how can you have that conversation with someone you've been with for a while?
Show them this video and be like, hey, this is awkward. We've been boinking for a while now. And I realize we haven't had the safer sex speech. So I watch this video, you're watching it with me. Oh my goodness. Let's have the conversation now. Basically, the main thing is it's a difficult conversation. So go watch our difficult conversation video and be like, hey, honey, there's something I'm not saying. Here's what I'm afraid of might happen if I bring it up. Here's what I want to have happen by bringing it up. And here's what I want to talk to you about. I'd like to have a safer sex elevator, conversation with you so that I can get out of my head about this.
Yeah.
Now, if you're dating somebody who freaks out and cannot ever trust you again because you need to talk about safer sex, guess what? That's your signal. You should not be dating them. You should be breaking up with them. Because if they're not mature enough to have a safer sex speech with you, then like what kind of maturity are they bringing into the rest of the relationship? Now, they can freak out for a second. Yeah. That's okay. You can surprise people. People don't always handle new information well.
Well, and our society puts a lot of shame around any discussion of STDs. Like, you're a bad person. But I was at a talk you gave, and you asked everyone what the most common form of STD was. And everyone was like herpes, chlamydia, whatever. And you're like, no, it's the common cold. Which
That's
totally...
right. The common cold.
That normalized it for me, and it helped take some of the shame out of it. And anytime we can free up some brain power or energy or focus when we're in a relationship, that's that much more to make it fun and juicy. Mm-hmm. So it's worthwhile taking this step and getting to know each other and getting this out of the way.
Yeah. So watch the first video because we role modeled the safer sex elevator speech. And basically this video is really just to give you guys some tools for how do you bring it up if you feel really awkward because you should have had the conversation but you didn't, and now you're in a relationship. This goes for if you've been married for years.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I am afraid of getting my test results. I want to conquer this fear. Will you go with me to the clinic and let's get tested?
I've actually blamed it on Reid, blamed it on him.
You can blame it on me too.
It's kind of a fun way to do it. It's like, this guy I know does this elevator speech. Would you, be willing to try it out? And that might take some of the angst out of it too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you guys can always blame me. Like, it's kind of like a National Blame Reid Day. And that day's every day.
But it could be fun. When we've been with someone for a while, we kind of think we know what they like. And if we're not talking to them, we may just assume we know what they like. Mm-hmm. And if we ask them, part of the speech is, what do you like?
Yeah. So the basic formula for the speech is you share when you were tested last, what were your statistics, like what did you get tested for, and how did you, were you negative, were you positive for something? And it's okay if you're like, I've never been tested. I don't know what my status is. Because again, like, you're role modeling honesty and transparency with people, which eventually strengthens relationships. Mm-hmm. If honesty and transparency destroys your relationship and it burns to the ground and it can never be rebuilt again, that's the relationship you're not supposed to be in.
Yeah.
Trust me on that one. So then you share your stats, then you share your relationship status, anything that you want them to know about your relationship style, your identity, your gender expression. Then you're going to share whatever your safer sex needs are. What are your protocols? Do you need condoms for certain things? Do you need dental dams and gloves for other things? Do clothes need to stay completely on because you're not into sex? Whatever that stuff is, that's when you share that. Then you share anything that they need to know that might have happened since you were last tested that might be a concern for somebody. You had sex with somebody and the condom came off, and you haven't been tested since then. Or whatever those things are. And then you finish up with something that you like, either sensually or sexually, or something that you're maybe up for doing with them. And then something that you don't like, sexually or sensually, or something that you're definitely not into doing with them, something that's not on the table. And then you always end with, and how about you? Because you want them to go through that same elevator speech where they're sharing with you what their status is, what their relationship self-expression is like, any important things you need to know, how they like their safer sex, things that have happened since they were last tested, something that they like, something that they don't like. And this is a really great way to get people to open up and for you to role model that it's okay to talk about this stuff.
The more communication there is in the bedroom and outside the bedroom, the better your relationship is going to be.
And if you're somebody who's been together with somebody for years and you've never had this conversation just because it was never needed, how cool to try something new. Especially around role modeling for each other that it's okay to talk about sex and okay to talk about stuff that might be awkward. Awesome. Leave some comments below. Let us know what you think. Check out our other videos. And we'll see you digitally soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.